Hey, what's up guys, this is Krishna here. Welcome to this quick tutorial on how to render smoke through an object. The smoke and the lighting, everything is already set up here. If you want to know how to get a realistic smoke like this, there is a tutorial on my YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description for that. Please go check that out. I also have another tutorial on how to fill an object with smoke. Okay, obviously I used these two techniques to achieve this. This particular tutorial is to show you how I rendered smoke through an object. Okay, so let me reset it to the camera. Okay, so I've already kind of simulated, I think frame number 24 I got. So it is a heavy sim, as in it's high res. So let me show you that. So it's a resolution of 256, so it's kind of heavy. All right, Blender is a little bit lagging, but anyway, let's jump right into it. Okay, so if I now show you the render settings to start with, these are my settings from the other tutorial. Okay, so the only changes are I added the denoise, reduced the noise threshold or increased the noise threshold, max samples, minimum samples, and the time limit. Okay, I set that up so that it doesn't go over this limit for the render. Please bear in mind this time limit is per tile, which is defined down here. Okay, so 2048 literally means that it's going to be a progressive rendering. Okay, because this is a 1080p setup. These are all pretty much basic because I reset them all. And denoise here, I render denoise, I chose optics. Okay, the rest of them are all pretty standard. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set this up and show you how to do it. All right, first let's start with Suzanne. Okay, and by the way, this is CyclesX, and I've used GPU compute. So you can see I've selected optics and I've got two GPUs here. Okay, all right, good. Let's hit render. We got this something. That's fine. Right, so I've got Suzanne now. So Suzanne is the first one we want to tackle because obviously it is her you need to see the smoke through. Okay, that's the real main thing. For us to see smoke through Suzanne, basically we need Suzanne to be a glass. Okay, so I'm gonna kill specular. I'm gonna drop the roughness down to that much. I don't know if you can see. There you go. I'm going to drop the sheen tint all the way down. I'm going to jack up the transmission. There you go, all the way to 1. And you're seeing something. It appears to be a metal, okay, although it's not. Okay, that's fine. Also bear in mind that the smoke has already been set up here. Okay, I don't need this, but the smoke has already been set up here. Okay, and there is a reason why it shows up like that. Okay, Suzanne, even though we set it up as transmission 1 by default, I think when you set transmission to 1, you'll get your glass. Okay, but I intentionally set this up that way because I want to show you this pat thing here, light paths, max bounces. Okay, here where it says transparent, I intentionally set this to 0. Okay, by default this is 8. Okay, let's switch this to 1. Whoa, what's that? You can see already it's coming through, and obviously that's the number of bounces the lights can have through a medium, or because this is glass, so the light is going to bounce at least once. So the more you have, the more opportunity the light has to find other parts of the medium. For example, you have one side of Suzanne here, and then you have the other side here. Okay, so this and that, so the light has to pass through first and then the second. Okay, so yeah, that's how it works. I just wanted to show you that. So I'm gonna increase that to 8, and you can already see it looks decent enough. All right, I want to increase the transmission roughness. Okay, so give it that hazy look around it. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't have to, but yeah. Important thing here is the alpha. I'm going to drop this down to 0.5. you can see the difference. When the alpha is 0, you get that, and the alpha is 1, you get that. But I'm going to leave it at 0.5 to give it a little more transparency. That's really the trick behind it, you know, honestly. But let's continue. Suzanne's material is now fully set up. Okay, so next one is this here. In advanced, in render settings, advanced max light bounces, minimum number of light bounces. Okay, so I want to set this to 2, and maximum transparent bounces, which is also very important because we have a transparent medium here. We have glass basically. Okay, so I want to set both of them to 2. Okay, and they may increase your render times a little bit. Play around with it, check it out. But transparency, definitely 8. Okay, the more layers of glasses you have, the more this number will be. Okay, I also want to increase this volume bounces. I already talked about this in the other tutorial. Basically, 4 just means that it allows the light to pass through the medium. Okay, so I also want to point out that because I changed that to 4 now, it's kind of a lot of light is passing through it. All right, so maybe we should increase this to bring that down a little bit, or I'm going to leave it at 0.5 and compensate that down here, going into view transform and change it to filmic. Okay, so it kind of kills a lot of the overexposure. Okay, I originally did this in Aces color space, but I changed it to default Blender color space for this one. Okay, all right, I'm going to leave it at 2 here for volume, you know, max bounces. That's okay. Filter glossy, so adaptive blur glossy shaders after blurry bounces. Okay, to reduce noise at the cost of accuracy. So I'm going to switch this to 2. Fast GI approximation will literally reduce the number of bounces, I think, to 0. This one to 0. I'm not sure where to really change it. It's maybe here. Oh yeah, okay, there it is. Actually, it says 1, but I don't know, it didn't have any impact. Oh yeah, there it is. All right, fair enough. I'm not gonna enable that. Okay. In last tutorial I talked about this. So basically 0.5 means you'll get twice as resolution. Okay, in the render, but it's gonna cost you a lot of time. It's gonna take a lot of time, so I'm gonna leave it at 1 here. Okay, I honestly did not find a lot of difference, or even a little bit. So that's let's just try and render 1 frame and I'll come back. Okay, so the rendering is done now. As you can see, it looks pretty good. The only thing is that maybe you want to drop this noise threshold to 0.01, which is default. Okay, so you can eliminate the noise up here. Okay, but I'm pretty happy with this, especially, you know, I'm just doing an HD resolution. So I hope this tip is helpful. If it was, please give me a like, share, comment. If you feel generous, please subscribe, and also check out my Gumroad page. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Until next time, have a great day.